Good Thursday evening. It is February 23rd, and we have more severe weather to talk about coming up this next weekend, and possibly a cool down as we go into late next week. And there has been some signals at some wintry weather throughout the region, and I will give you a little glimpse of that later in this live broadcast. Also, I'm going to show you some things that are happening out in California that are probably, people are probably losing their minds out there with low elevation, wintry precipitation out there. So, first thing I want you to do, make sure you click that like button, that thumbs up button on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, it is free on YouTube. You'll get all the short-term content on here whenever we post something. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that all on notifications, and you will get notified every time we post content on YouTube. Facebook, it's all over the place whether you get current weather information from us or not. It just depends on what Facebook decides to push to your feed. So if you don't see anything on Facebook for a couple days, you might want to search our page to see the current updated information. This is why we're going to YouTube and have another avenue to get you all the current information, up-to-date information in a timely manner. All right, let's get down to it. Here is the current hazards map for the United States. We have blizzard warnings just basically in the hills, just north and east of Los Angeles. And those passes going up and over through the hills down towards Bakersfield, down through basically I-5. That road's probably going to be shut down as these blizzard warning really takes effect tomorrow. Feet of snow possible above 1,000 feet in elevation, which is very, very low elevation snows, and they are seeing snow. They saw snow yesterday in Sacramento even, which is very low elevations. I believe they're about 400 or 500 feet above sea level. So very rare occurrence. It's happening out here in California. There has been sleet reported just on the outskirts of LA basically too. I'm going to show you a video of that. People are going probably absolutely bonkers on what, they're just losing their minds probably because of this. So also, up north, tons of cold air just sitting. So we have wind chill advisories out, wind chill warnings in the darker blues up here through the Dakotas, Nebraska, Minnesota, out towards Montana as well. Some winter weather advisories out here towards the northeast. Southern Michigan got a pretty decent ice storm this past few days. Last I checked, across the Great Lakes, there was almost close to about 900,000 people out of power across the Great Lakes due to this ice storm that came through, which is just outside of my viewing, outside of the area I cover. But I just thought I'd bring that up. Now, basically, we down here towards the Gulf Coast, we got dense fog advisories out for tonight. And let's look at what is happening in California real quick, because it is just remarkable what's happening. So here is what is happening basically above 1,000 to about 4,500 feet just north and northwest of LA. We have winter storm warnings and blizzard warning goes into effect tonight into Friday, and then another storm comes in Friday through Saturday. And the first storm, up to 13 inches of snow. This is low elevation snows between 1,000 and 4,000 feet. Then for the second winter storm, it says total snow accumulations up to 21 inches. And then when the blizzard warning takes effect, total snow accumulations of up to 37 inches of snow in the next few days. This is in lower elevations. You get above 8,000 feet. where a blizzard warning is in effect above 8,000 feet here. Additional, there have already been feet and feet of snow above 8,000 feet here. And the additional snow accumulations between now and Saturday afternoon above 8,000 feet, an additional 38 to 73 inches of snow, which is basically 3 to 6 feet of snow additional on top of what they have. Plus winds gusting as high as 60 miles an hour. So basically whiteout conditions possible out there. Just crazy, crazy weather that's happening out that way. Now, I wanted to show you a video of just outside of LA here. See where the LA, there's downtown, and here's the hills just the north of town here, and it's basically raining sleet. Look at this. These people are going absolutely bonkers out there because they're seeing this. This is very rare occurrence that's happening out in that general area. This crazy weather's going on out there. All right, here comes severe weather, and it is further west this time. I know a lot of us down here in basically the Arklatex, down here towards Mississippi, Alabama, parts of Georgia as well, up to Tennessee, Kentucky, has seen a lot of severe weather for the past few weeks, and now the threat has shifted a little bit further east. Now, this is just a day 4 outlook. A lot can change. This could push a little bit further east as well. Could push a little bit further west. This depends on the trough ejection this weekend and where all the ingredients come together for this big storm system to come into the area. Now, basically, we already have an enhanced risk up, this 30% area from Oklahoma City to Tulsa, Oklahoma, Wichita, Kansas, Norman, Oklahoma, Wichita Falls, Texas. Now, any rain is welcome out here. You guys are still dealing with some drought conditions out here in Kansas, parts of Oklahoma, and Texas. So any rain would help, but severe weather we do not want. And so on the outskirts of that, we basically have a slight risk, basically from Dallas, Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth, over to Arlington, Plano, up towards far northwest Arkansas, Joplin, Missouri, up towards just southwest of Kansas City, down here right by Lubbock, Abilene, all under a slight risk. Like I said, this will be adjusted. This is day 4, so as we get into day 2, day 1, we'll have a lot better handle on where the severe weather is actually going to be. But this outlook is for Sunday afternoon through early Monday morning. This is the 26th through the early on the 27th of this next week. All right, I want to show you the rainfall this next week or so. This goes from today through next Friday. So a lot of this is snow. Besides down here towards the coast of California, 5 to 7, 8+ inches of rain is possible out that way. Then basically from Oklahoma, Arkansas, through Tennessee, Kentucky, northern parts of Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia, north of there. Another 1 to 2 possible inches this week. Might have a little band here of 2+ up here in Missouri and through Iowa as well. Some pockets of 2+ out here towards Tennessee as well. So get out here towards the Carolinas, basically 1/4 to 1/2 inch, maybe an isolated inch amount out this way. Now, as we get towards down here towards Louisiana, you get to probably about 1/4 to 1/2 inch northern parts of the area, Louisiana, and as you go south, it really tapers out. Same way with Texas. Get along the Grand River, 1/4 to 1/2 inch, maybe a little bit higher, isolated amounts, and as you go south, the amounts really taper down. All right, this is the latest now. This is composite, basically future radar. Okay, so as we get closer, we'll show the HRRR stuff. HRRR only goes out to 48 hours every 6 hours or so. So once we get later into probably Saturday or so, probably get back on, do a live with you all again, showing you the timing on some of this stuff. Now, this doesn't have storm initiation until right around 6 o'clock at night. This is Central Time. And then it really gets going as we get towards midnight. I think we're gonna have a low-level jet involved as well. So this is gonna basically transport this basically heat and humidity from all this warm Gulf of Mexico ocean surface temperatures down here in the Gulf, transported straight into Oklahoma and parts of Kansas overnight, Sunday night into Monday. And basically, we're going to have a line of storms coming in towards midnight. And then this is 3 a.m. This kind of has a fallen apart, but I'm not sure if I believe that yet. But some pretty decent storms possible up here in Missouri. Like I said, when we get the high res models out in the next 48 hours, then we'll be able to fine tune exactly how bad this is going to be. But with this trough ejection and this low level jet coming in, there's a lot of twisting and turning happening in the atmosphere. That's why there's already an enhanced risk out. Ingredients are there for all modes of severe weather across Kansas and Oklahoma and parts of Texas, bleeding into western parts of Arkansas and Missouri as we go into Sunday afternoon, Sunday night into Monday morning across that area. Now, like I said, there is plenty of time for changes. We're still 4 days out from this event. Okay. All right, so here we'll fast forward to Sunday. This is midnight Sunday morning. So we got this big bowling ball upper level low out here towards California. Low elevation snows out here, like I said. And then this thing's going to eject pretty rapidly, and then there's going to be a low basically develop very rapidly out here towards Kansas as we get towards midnight on Monday. And then this is going to, like I said, there's going to be a line of storms possible with this. All modes of severe weather are possible. And then this thing gets out of here. There's some showers, and then it kind of goes into a lull. And then we get a little bit more rain coming in with probably some overriding precipitation as we get a front trying to sneak into the area here with this first wave coming through. Very heavy rain across Tennessee, Kentucky, parts of Mississippi into Alabama. Also back here, looks like rain changing to snow back here into Kansas, parts of central Missouri, maybe back here towards the panhandle of Texas. Now, like I said, this is just one model run. I'm just showing you what could possibly happen next weekend. I went into this a lot more in depth of what's going to happen, possibly not this weekend, but next weekend in the Supporter Hub on Facebook, plus what March is going to be looking like as well. Okay, so here we are. See this 540 line? It's basically like a rain snow line coming into the area. We go into, this is Friday. Okay, now this is not going to happen exactly like this, but there has been 2 to 3 models hinting at a system next Friday into Saturday with cold air, basically cold enough air around for some flakes to fly across parts of the area. And this model has snow all the way down to northwestern parts of Louisiana. Now, do I believe this yet? No, but when we get 2 to 3 models on board with a system with cold air around, it starts getting my attention. So this is just one model here, And then look at this thing really starts wrapping up. We have this thing is bringing snow all the way into central Mississippi, through Tennessee and Kentucky next Friday night, across parts of the area here. And this thing basically goes straight east, and goes, and then the North Carolina, Virginia finally get a taste of winter weather this season next Saturday morning, as we get through this time frame. Okay, so as you can see here, there is a lot of cold air just sitting up here waiting. So if there's any storms that come through, it may start out as rain across. It just depends on where these storm tracks go, but it's going to grab onto some of this cold air and sling it back south. So I think there's going to be some opportunities, and I really talked about this heavily in the supporter hub on Facebook. What March could be bringing across the area. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the Euro next. This is the 12Z run. This is for next week. This is, well, let's go back here. Let's go. So here comes this trough ejection. Severe weather possible. This is 9 p.m. on Sunday. Lots of rain. This storm is really a lot more robust on the Euro than it is on the GFS and the Canadian. So this thing rapidly gets going, and intensifies very rapidly across Kansas into Missouri. It's already down to a 975 low pressure here, and then it starts kind of occluding a little bit, filling, and then it kind of opens up. So a lot of rain, storms across parts of the area, like I mentioned, and then we have a storm coming in Friday the 3rd. Now, like I said, when there is multiple models supporting a storm and there's cold air for it to suck down, especially up here across basically the central and northern parts of the United States. It starts getting my attention. So this sucker has got down to a 581 low across far northeastern parts of Arkansas. Lots of overrunning precipitation, and then snow starting to change over on the backside of this into Oklahoma, into parts of Arkansas, and then basically getting up through Missouri. Now, like I said, track is key. How much cold will bring down? Basically, to get any winter precipitation in the south, we need a perfect scenario to happen, because we have that's another thing. We have gotten so used to 2000, basically back down 2021, where a lot of us got a lot of snow through the area in February. Now we are used to that, and now we expect it every year, and it's not going to happen. That storm, that 1-2 punch basically in February 2021, is like a once or twice in a lifetime scenario to happen. So a lot of those areas that got hit that year only average 1 to 2, possibly 3 inches of snow a season. As you get into Louisiana, Louisiana and central to southern Mississippi as well, you guys basically get down to almost nothing on snowfall per year. Okay, on average. This is on average. Okay. Now this year, I expected basically from an I-40 from right around the Texas-Oklahoma border all the way through Arkansas, through right around Memphis or so, and basically north and northwest of there, for winter to come into the area for this winter. Now, this, as far as that is concerned, it has happened, and north and northwest of there has received a lot of snow this year, and it started in November. Okay. There's been a lot of snow up here across the Ozarks through southern Illinois. They average, especially across northern Arkansas into parts of Oklahoma, range from about 6 to 10 inches of snow per year on average. And a lot of people already got that this year. Okay, we had a huge snow last in January across parts of Oklahoma and Arkansas into southern Missouri as well. 6 to 12 to, there were some places up to 16 inches of snow in parts of the area, which is almost 250% of normal for snowfall across parts of the area. Okay, so all in all, where I thought winter was gonna come in this season has done it. Just basically south of there, it's the ocean temperatures were too warm. That southeastern ridge kept fighting back. We had that big cold spell in December, but all winter long, starting in November, it started out warm. Basically, 3/4 of the month, we go into late into November. It's snowed. Then we go into December. It was warm up until about right before Christmas. Then we had that big cold snap with some winter precipitation. Then I knew it was going to get warm again, and then there was about a 2-week period where we had a big ice storm that came through Texas, Arkansas, parts of Tennessee, into Kentucky and the Ohio Valley, and then snow on the northern fringes of that, sleet as well. And I told y'all it was going to warm rack up. And then once we got into very late part of February into March, it was going to cool back down. So as far as that's concerned, there's a lot of model support and analog gears that match up pretty similar to the pattern that we're going to be in. So below average temperatures across parts of the area could happen for most of March. Now, I went into this in a lot more detail in the supporter hub. If you have not joined the supporter hub, it basically helps us out to support the work that we do for you. It's $4.99 a month. You can join on YouTube as well. Once I get some supporters over on YouTube, I will start posting that long range content as well. Also, I'm going to have a hurricane outlook probably middle of next month coming out for supporters as well. Look at the hurricane season in general and what the pattern is going to be like. And then the summer forecast will come out probably shortly after that. So we're roaring into spring, and then summer's going to be here before you know it. All right, and we are definitely going to be heading into an El Nino pattern as we go into next winter. All right, so back to the severe weather. I'm going to touch on this one more time, as all modes of severe weather will be possible late Sunday into Monday morning across this area. Okay, we are still this is day 4 outlook, so we are still a few more days away from this happening. This is going to shift east or west, so it all depends on the trough ejection. We have low level jet, especially coming in at night, going to transport all this warmth and moisture up into the area. And like I said, all modes are going to be possible across this neck of the woods of Kansas into Oklahoma, into Texas. Right now, the bullseye is basically across Oklahoma at the moment. So stay weather aware. We have time to prepare for this across this area. And like I said, get your NOAA weather radios, check the batteries on it, have ways to get watches and warnings across this area, because a lot of this will probably come at night while you're asleep. So have something that could wake you up when these storms come through. All right. So that's all I've got. So thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Like I said, if you want to support our work, go over to Facebook, become a supporter. It's $4.99 a month. Really helps us show us that you support the work that we do for you guys. And then also, if you like YouTube, you can come over to YouTube, click on our channel there. You can go to the join button, and then you can select it. There's 4 different avenues of supporting us on there as well. Thank you so much, guys. Remember to click that like button on YouTube, that thumbs up, and make sure you push subscribe. It is free on YouTube to get any short-term weather-related content straight to you every time we post content on YouTube. You will get that notification as long as you push the all on the notifications when you subscribe. Thank you all very much, and have a great Friday tomorrow.